Little thunder struck right there, corporate rock. There is no more corporate rock now because everything's AI. It's all AI now. That's where it's all coming. I can't wait. Who's going to have, is it going to be a rock band? Is it going to be a single artist that's going to be the first breakout star that's not real? And how do you build a story around that? And I guess you would do something like that band, the Gorillaz, which is where you can have something on stage that's I don't know what it would be. I guess it would be almost like a movie theater, and people come see them sing. It's going to happen. It's crazy, the stuff that it's going to happen.
Be kind of like the ABBA concert where they just have digital avatars filling in for them.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was talking about, was it the Gorillaz? They all stand behind the thing and they have but this wouldn't be anything standing there. So how do you get a picture with that? Oh, I'm excited and also terrified. So, what 3 jobs will be left in the future? How much money can we have?
HVAC repair.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I keep telling my son. Everybody poops. All that stuff. It's all happening.
Undertakers.
Oh, yeah. Well,
unless robots just start incinerating everybody.
Right there. And just hand you everything right there. Just, there you go. Here's your husband. What do you think of those apples?
Put him in his chair.
His favorite chair. It's exciting. Like the whole thought was we're sitting here talking about autism. The medical breakthroughs that are going to come from this are going to be so massive. But then there's the other stuff too that, we have to do this because we don't know what our enemies are doing. And I'm really curious, something that took place last week, which was shocking, and not a lot of people talked about it because there's always some, obviously with Charlie Kirk and then some of the chaos that goes on a daily basis. China told NVIDIA, we don't want to buy your chips anymore. What? Yeah, we don't want your chips anymore. We don't want your, and that was a big deal because Trump went and cut a deal where they could buy NVIDIA's chips, and that was a massive part of their market. And they said, no, we don't need your chips anymore, which means they've figured something out. Because to compete, you have to have these powerful chips. And even though these were second generation and we're on 2 different chips, it's still amazing that they would say that. So I don't know. I mean, AI is great, but like you said, man, what is going to, it's dishwasher. That's going to, everybody says dishwasher. That's the easiest thing that can happen. I mean, I don't know what the ladies are going to do now that they lose their jobs, but still, that was something you would say, Bill.
I did not say that. For the record, that was Chad.
Yeah. So, but that's the first thing that would go. It's not very nice, Chad. Everybody relax. We're having a good time here. So but there's going to be a musical, I think within a year, we'll have our first #1 hit that is a fake band. That's not just on Spotify. We already have those. But I'm talking something that actually charts, blows up, gets huge, and takes off from there. Do you think you would Milli Vanilli it? Where you would want to have artists that look like the character and take them out like it's a show? I think that would be interesting. Poor Milli Vanilli. Milli Vanilli got caught up in that. I didn't think it was fair. Right? I mean, they got caught up. There were other bands long before them that did it. Boney M was that.
Pink Floyd didn't.
Yeah, no, Pink Floyd didn't, but they're awful, so it doesn't matter. But Boney M? You guys remember Boney M?
No.
The Rasputin song, he was young and remember Boney M? They were huge. The German guy sang it, and then everybody was Jamaican in front of him, and nobody knew the difference. It's crazy. Yeah, but there's a poor those guys, man. I look back on that day. I remember they won all those Grammys, and the next day they're like, yeah, we didn't sing any of these songs. That had to be tough.
And then they had video of them with vocal coaches trying to prove that they could sing them, and they Couldn't sing them.
They couldn't. And it's not hard, right? The girl, you know it's true. That's pretty much what they sounded like. But one was like German, right? And the other one was French. So their English was awful, both of them. Oh, my Lord. Yesterday, Trump wanted to make everybody aware that they think they've solved something when it comes to autism.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Is that okay?
I don't know, is it?
Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol. During pregnancy can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good.
Not good. So now I asked Bell earlier, when can we take Tylenol? And apparently because we can't get pregnant unless a Democrat tells us we can get pregnant, we can take Tylenol whenever. I think too many people take Tylenol for certain things. I just like antibiotics. I mean, you don't need antibiotics for everything. But Trump was pretty sure this was like, this is the thing, Tylenol. I don't know what the answer is. I think it's 1,000 different things. I think genetics plays a huge role in it. I think there's a massive deal when it comes to genetics. Environment may play a role in certain areas.
Well, that, and they've expanded the definition to the point where they've turned the net giant so they can capture all these extra people.
It used to be like, now it's neurodivergent, right? Like everybody's neurodivergent. So, and then you've got the scale. You have the Asperger's, and then you've got, nonverbal, and then everybody in between. High functioning. The people on Love on the Spectrum? It's a great show. Telling you guys, it's great. If you've never seen Love on the Spectrum, go watch it. You'll fall in love with Abby. You'll fall in love with all of them.
All of them, man.
It's hard not to. You know what it is? They're the salt of the earth. They're really, those are God's creatures.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not. We're just a bunch of Rush rock and roll haters. But no, they're as pure as it gets, which is awesome. And, I was talking to my mom about this because I told her today. She goes, "Are you going to talk about this?" I said, "Of course." She goes, "You can make fun of the boys?" I said, "Hell yeah." She goes, "Good, give me a tape." Because my two little brothers they're autistic. And she messes with them all the time because we don't treat them any different than anything else. And because we want them to be, just like my little brother's in a wheelchair. People, they laugh when they see, we'll say stuff to my little brother in a wheelchair that would freak people out. He thinks it's hilarious because he will laugh. And because to us, he's just our little brother. I mean, he's got a trach and a G-tube, but he's just family, and we treat him like everybody else. But there's a perfect example. So with my one little brother, my sister did a lot of drugs and drink. He was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. He had all kinds of issues. My other little brother, she totally tried to kill, and it was a nightmare, and she should have died too. That was crazy. And then my other little brother, she didn't do a lot with. One is as an absolute mess. The other has all kinds of struggle, including what is, you would consider, a defiance disorder, operational defiance disorder, as well as he's on the spectrum. And then my other brother, not so much, and he's got issues. So it's kind of a crapshoot. And then our eldest, don't know why. Don't know why she has, she's on the spectrum. Could it be the shots, right? The 9,000 shots they give kids nowadays? Maybe. But, we got to look at everything. And we have the chance now to look at things, but we also have to try to figure out how do we take it out of, and this is where the one thing I would like to think as the walls break down with AI and it becomes less and less biased, that this will become an issue. Because the guy that is behind the Tylenol thing that they're sorting here, he had been paid to give evidence against the drug maker and against Tylenol already once before. So you start looking and going, okay, well, this is my frustration. Because people want to know. And is there a way to reverse some of it? That's also the big deal. And especially for the nonverbal, is there a way that they can start to reverse some of these things? They think there is. We'll find out over time. We are. This is the one thing about this. The one thing about science is eventually it's a put up or shut up thing. And you're going to have your stuff peer reviewed and run through a whole bunch when it comes to it being tested, your theories being tested, which is, I think, what a lot of people want to see. Trump, though, what did he say? What did I say, Bill? He said the Amish, they don't have it.
Yeah, the Amish actually do take Tylenol.
The Amish do take Tylenol, by the way. They will take it, especially if they've got bad fevers and stuff. They're not against medicine, especially they'll do at-home remedies, but if stuff gets serious, they'll take Tylenol. And they said that a couple of them who are on, Amish Talk, because they've got that as well besides Rapture. Have you seen Amish Talk? You would, Ken.
What's that?
The Amish TikTok. Have you seen the kid that is fascinated by the escalator?
I have not.
It is the greatest thing ever. Like, you would think that we took him from he kind of lives in the 1700s.
Yeah.
But he was fascinating. And I think he was on Theo Vaughn last week because he's kind of blowing up because he's doing his little rumspruken or whatever it's called, where they go out and they tell him you go live in the world for a year and see if you want to live with us or them. And he still kind of lives like he's Amish, but he's just fascinated.
And he talks about all the music he loves, how he's into rap and all this stuff from the 90s.
It's like, I'm really into, Bad Fish. Bad Fish, remember them? Some other bad. Good Charlotte. It feels like is there a 90s band? Is that Good Charlotte? Are they a 90s band? They feel like that. Everclear, Everlast, whatever they were called.
Everclear.
There was Everclear and Everlast.
Oh.
I believe.
Everclear was more of a rock band, though.
More of a rock band. Yeah. There you go. So it's good to see.
They weren't as good as Pink Floyd.
They weren't as good as that was my hot take of the day. My hot take.
Oh, they got a verdict in the Ruth trial.
Do they?
Yeah.
My here's my thing.
I wonder what it is.
Guilty and crazy. What was one of the things that he said? He said, they asked him about, he said something about, I was listening to, reading back some of the stuff, and it was like, he almost said, well, it could be me. I'm not sure. That could have been me over there.
Yeah.
I could have done that, but probably not because I'm a nice guy. I think he faces how long in jail? Like a very long time.
Not sure. Let's see here.
35 years?
He's going to, his first appeal will be, I had inadequate counsel.
Yeah. Well, that's the way you do it.
Life in prison.
Life in prison.
Yeah. In fact, he, let's see, says that he has already been sentenced to life in prison without parole.
Already?
Yeah. I don't know if that's true or not.
He says it.
No, it says this is an AI overview of all the reports. It says Ryan Ruth was immediately sentenced to life in prison without parole after his conviction on September 23rd, 2025. But I'm not sure about that.
Well, I mean, it's...
because the verdict is just now in.
That verdict was in the minute he said he was going to represent himself.
Clearly, this has got to be another conspiracy theory that he was sentenced before the verdict came in.
Absolutely. This has got to be another conspiracy theory. We got a lot of stuff still to get to. It's Hot Take Tuesday. We're going to give you our hot takes coming up. We want your hot takes. Hot takes are not political, anything crazy, wild, funny. My hot take, I'll just give you a snapshot. I think Pink Floyd sucks, but whatever. You give me yours. Let us know. You can text the program, tweet at me at Chad Benson Show. It is the Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 997. Apparently, a little while ago, he says, I totally support the UN. I'm not lying. And he also said, this is my favorite. He said, yeah, I think they should shoot down any of those, anything that comes over their airspace in any of these NATO countries. NATO should blast them out of the sky. I think he's had enough with the old...
Pooter.
Oh, Pooter. I don't... Look, I'm going to say this. Some of you get mad. Pooter doesn't think anything of Trump. He's not scared of Trump. That's why he keeps going. He's screwing with Estonia. He's doing stuff with Poland. Because he doesn't think Trump will do a thing. And I think he thinks He's not, especially if I do something to Estonia, he's not going to risk everything with Article 5 over Estonia. So we'll just keep poking and prodding and see what happens. But the rest of them, today's over Oslo. Today's all especially if it gets to, because Finland and Sweden now are part of NATO. Remember, he wanted to keep a buffer between the West and everyone else. And the minute he went into Ukraine, Finland and Sweden said, yeah, we'd like to join. So you moved them to your door. So we'll see how this plays out. And if they will, because there was stuff, spotted today, drones, all of this stuff over some of the airports in Oslo and a few other places. Are we going to shoot them down? And would we be willing to risk something?
Poland will.
Poland wants a fight.
They already have.
Yeah. They want to fight bad, though. Well, you know what? Think about it. First of all, there's bad blood. Let's get this out of the way. They're itching for a fight because Germany and Russia. Germany kicked their ass on the way to Russia. Russia kicked their ass on the way to Germany back in the day. They subjugated their people, and they would like another shot at the title. And they've also taken in how many Ukrainians over the last couple of years because of the war. So, yeah, I think there's a portion of them that feels payback is about to come. And they're waiting because their fear is too, just as much as Russia fears that what if NATO came to Ukraine, how do you think the rest of the European nations would feel if Russia took over Ukraine and now you're on their doorsteps? And you took it. Poland didn't invade Ukraine. Hot Take Tuesday. We give our hot takes here every single Tuesday. My hot take today was Pink Floyd. I just think I've never been a fan. And several of you have said the same thing. Some of you got mad at me for that. But, I never got it. I never will. And no matter how many drugs everybody tells me to take, which I don't do, it's still never going to make it good. It's just, to me, it's just long and drawn out. And that's what I think of it. That's my hot take. Ken, your hot take is?
Spiders get a bad reputation because they look spooky and creepy, but they're actually good for the ecosystem.
Well, they are.
They get rid of pesky flies and things like that.
It's a good name for a band, Pesky Flies.
Now.
That's it. All right, Bell, what do you got for us?
Peas are a garbage food, and they ruin anything that they're put into.
Once again, Bell reminding everybody that he's a communist.
Not if you put ketchup on them.
Nope. Or mayonnaise. Put mayonnaise on anything. Just let you guys know that. So I like peas.
I do too. I used to hate them.
I like peas. I like corn. I like the things that 5-year-olds like when you get the mix bag of
Oh, yeah, got little carrot squares in them?
Yeah, got the carrot squares, got some corn, got the peas, got the green beans, and then they have the lima beans. You got to move those over to the side because I don't know why anybody would do that. Why would you ruin that? Lima beans. It's like you bite into something and then you think, ooh, what am I going to get? And what is it? It's like velvet or something horrible. It's just, ugh.
Me and Jenny are like peas and carrots.
Jenny. Oh, Jenny. I like it. Jenny, where you going? Oh, Jenny. Poor Jenny.
I got to hit the West Coast. I'll bring you back AIDS.
Yeah, she totally did.
Man.
She did. She brought her back AIDS. That wasn't very cool, right? Jenny.
My favorite scene is after Sally Field's character has a meeting with the principal.
Oh, yes.
Boy, your mama sure is serious about your education.
So funny. Oh, I love that. That was life. What is it? It's not life is like a box of chocolates. That's what everybody thinks. That's part of that Mandela effect. It's life was a box of chocolates.
I think is like a box of chocolates.
Is like, now let's take it, because I think it's the Mandela effect. We always think it's not. The quote is, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And then what do some people say? Because I think it was one of those Mandela effect things where they always think you think it's that, like we're going to need a bigger boat or those kind of things. Life is like a box of chocolates, Jenny. That movie. Several of you last week said that movie sucked. That movie was definitely ahead of its time when it came to using like the John F. Kennedy and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
Another one of your favorite musicians, too, John Lennon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look, here's my thing.
Yes, life was like a box of
chocolates. Like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're going to get. And then you bite into it and you're like, this could be peanut butter or this could be paste.
Did you ever read the book?
No.
He goes on the space shuttle.
Oh, does he? Well, it just keeps getting better. He becomes Elon Musk.
Didn't they have that in the movie?
No. Because he was already just finished doing the space movie, right? Apollo 13.
Oh, yeah, that's
and it even had
Sinise in it.
Yes, Sinise in it.
God,
Captain Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. Let us know what your absolute craziest take on something that is stupid. Somebody says, I hate peas. How do you hate peas?
Easily.
Now, do you hate peas or black-eyed peas?
Yes.
Wow. Now, do you hate Black Eyed Peas, the band, or the food?
Both.
Oh. Both. You don't like the Black Eyed Peas? I thought they were all right. I mean, I thought they were okay. Yeah. I mean, they're no Pink Floyd, right?
No, sir.
I'd rather watch the Black Eyed Peas in concert every night than 1 hour of Pink Floyd. Because that would be eternity to me. That's what I'm telling you guys. Coming up, we got Trump talking at the UN. We got a bunch of other stuff, including aliens, because we're talking here about the rapture today and all this kind of stuff. But maybe it's aliens. Maybe aliens are coming, right? Maybe. You don't know. You think you know, but then maybe you don't. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Happy Rapture Day. If you didn't get raptured, we're sorry about that. Maybe next time. I just saw a fake commercial that said, like a news thing that says Jesus is having trouble with so many overweight Americans. Trying to rapture them. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. So Routh, he's guilty on everything?
Yeah.
Guilty on all 5 charges.
No way. Goodness. I wonder if his lawyer will file an appeal. For those of you guys who don't know, he's the guy that was the second gunman, not on the grassy knoll, but just outside was it Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah,
or was it one of Doral? One of those ones that he has. And they arrested him, and they've charged him, and now he faces life. Guilty on all charges, too. He couldn't even get himself off one of the charges. So he faces life in jail. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit of life in jail and a little bit of psychiatric evaluation.
The man who represents himself as a fool for a client.
That's right. 100%. Absolutely true. For those of you guys who don't know, today was supposed to be Rapture Day. It didn't happen. Sorry about that. Or maybe it did, and they only took one person. It's always a possibility. But the aliens are coming, and if you don't believe me, this lady.
That I have another message from the aliens. I'm an interdimensional communicator, and in yesterday's live channeling session on TikTok, we got updates on 3 of the exciting alien things happening right now. 3i Atlas, the new interstellar object called Swan, and the alien plant growing in Panama. First, they tell us that something has changed with 3i Atlas. It's still not a comet. It's still best described as a spacecraft, and it's still on the same flight path, but they say it will change in its speed. It's going to speed up as it gets closer to the sun, and they plan to change its color again just to kind of show off for us. It is now working in collaboration with another interstellar object called Swan. Also not a comet, but it is not a spacecraft like 3i Atlas is. My pantheon describes Swan as having consciousness, and they say that the best way for us to describe it is like a small planet.
So she knows because she talks to him, and you could tell she's serious. What's crazy is how serious she is about it. Like, she's super serious. Like, there is no... When she held her live, there were thousands of people watching. And have you guys seen the plant in Panama? It looks like it's like a little meteor thing, and it's got tentacles that have just come out of it. It's probably a spider. It's probably a space spider.
Yeah, but gets a bad reputation.
It does. It does. So it is creepy looking. It's everything you think when you think of like one of those movies from the 90s or something where like a little bit of air hits it, it gets bigger. Yeah. It's it's all happening, kids. It is.
A lot of people believe that lady.
Yes. I know.
That's what's amazing about this day and age, man.
Well, if you guys don't know what Three Eye Atlas is, so Three Eye Atlas is this comet thing that, quite frankly, is doing nothing comet-wise, including it's sped up, it's slowed down, it's changed courses. It's also now lighting up. Now the new thing is it is a planet seed, is what they're saying, which I have no idea, that it's going to go somewhere and just plan itself and start as a planet. I have no idea. But
it's going to go in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Wherever you look, it's funny to look at these serious doctors, doctors of astrophysicists and these people who study nothing but the skies and stuff, and super nerds. They haven't laughed in years. And they're never serious about, they would never believe anything. I saw this, that, and the other. Maybe that could be. I calculate this. When you ask them about this, they all say the same thing. I have no idea what it is. It doesn't behave like a comet. It doesn't have a long tail. It's glowing, different colors. And the pictures that have come from it don't look like a comet. And then you've got something following it now, which is also weird. That's Swan, apparently, which is kind of a planet, but then a human. I'm not sure. So, yeah, it is. The one astrophysicist said this could be something that has the power to create planets itself. But they're just taking a guess at it because they don't know. And like you said, man, there are a lot of people out there that believe this lady. She's very believable. By the way, she believes it, I think. I think she believes it. Which is, that's why I was expecting Trump today to bust it out, but it's not quite there yet. We're not quite at the point where he's about ready to go, let me tell you a story about the aliens. Let me tell you.
Why does it move? It almost looks like it's breathing. They're saying it is breathing. They're saying it's choking. It's not getting what it needs. It's trying to get to the sun and the soil. It needs the sun and the soil. It's decaying. It probably smells bad in addition to looking bad because it's dying. It is not too late for the man who found it to help it live. The very best thing for him to do would be to bring the plant to an academic environment of some kind. Don't bring it to the government. An agricultural university would be great. That's what they always hoped for the plant. Gaia would really love to see that happen, yes.
There you go. So the plant could be saved, but if not, don't worry about it. It's okay. We're just testing you out here. We live in a weird time. The rapture, aliens, guy's defending himself from trying to kill the president. I'm surprised that they allowed him to represent himself.
I was really shocked by that, too.
I mean, you have the right, but usually they would put, somebody okay, this is going to be your assistant defense attorney because we don't want you to come back and say, oh, you didn't get a fair case or you didn't get a fair hearing or any of that stuff. Because here's one thing. If you want to go gather evidence, how are you doing that exactly?
Look what NBC's reporting.
What
They're
are they
saying
reporting?
Ryan Routh stabbed himself with a pen after the guilty verdict.
Oh. Well, that is...
I think it's interesting they let him have access to a pen.
Well, you have to, right?
I guess you do.
Like I said, how do you gather information?
He's got to be able to take notes.
He's crazy. He's crazy. Did this Ryan guy do it? Maybe. Do you know him? I might.
And what is it Ruth or Ralph?
I think it's Ruth. Maybe
it is Ruth. Yeah, I think it's Ryan Ruth. I'm going to go with Ruth.
Yeah, we're going to go with Ruth. We are. So, but he has now stabbed himself with a pen. This is all going sideways. Which is, do you think he's playing for the crazy?
He wanted to kill his lawyer.
Oh. What do you think the judge just did? Just rolled his eyes and goes, really? 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 I wonder how hard he stabbed himself.
I don't know.
Where did he stab himself in the face? Did he just try to stick it in his arm to make him look how crazy I am? I don't know. I always thought he was going for the crazy.
Well, and that was another reason I was surprised that they let him represent himself, was some of the questions about his. I mean, obviously he was found competent to stand trial, but there was a little bit of wingnuttery in there somewhere.
Yeah, I because how do you, if you got a decent attorney, they could easily come in and go, he should never represent himself. You guys should have allowed somebody to at least be second chair and make sure that he could get out. Because he could easily say, I wasn't allowed to gather information. I wasn't allowed to do anything outside of going to the prison, library. What is he allowed to do? How do you build a defense that way? I don't know. So he faces life in prison, and I have a feeling he's probably going to get. When did they sentence him today? Are they doing all that?
I'm not sure.
We're going to go with that. Just like, was it Diddy, right? Diddy wants to get out now?
Yeah, claims somebody tried to kill him. Somebody wanted to kill him.
Bell is killing it today. That was funny. Oh, my God, that was funny. I attacked his lawyer. Where's his kid, right? Didn't his kid say he was all nutty and he was all up with the Ukraine? And that was one of the things, that was one of the conspiracies around him, that the Ukrainians were paying him because they worried about Trump coming in and then shutting off the spigot, if I'm correct. There's so many conspiracies. Do you remember when there was just one or two good conspiracies? You're like, well, let's go with that.
Well, I remember when it was all through the 70s, 80s, and maybe early 90s, the one true conspiracy theory was Kennedy was shot by somebody other than Oswald.
Yeah. That was, and now even with Charlie Kirk, I was reading that, the FBI's looking because they think maybe there were people giving this guy hand signals, and no offense, I don't trust our FBI. For those of you guys might like Kash Patel, I think he's pretty useless, and I think he's proved that. So I don't really trust that there's anybody else out there and that they're looking for him. So, but we'll find out more about Ryan Ruth, who has been found guilty on all charges, and he was the second person who tried to assassinate Trump. This one was at the golf course, and remember, Trump came around the corner, but before he did, Secret Service agent got there, and they took this guy into custody, and now he has been found guilty, and he attacked his attorney as well that also happened to be himself. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, a bunch of other stuff to get to. If you missed any show, grab the podcast. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Think he'll be charged with attempted murder?
That's what he was going for, was another trial. So he can, represent himself in that. You can't put the lawyer in jail.
No, you can't. I would have done a whole Southern lawyer thing, like a white suit, walking around. It's like, oh, Your Honor, it is so hot. I must tell you, there is a situation here. So he faces a long time in jail, not a shocker. And Diddy wants to get out, 14 months? They feel that he served his time?
Yeah, his attorney says that's enough.
You know what? I got to be honest with you. You didn't get him with anything. You let him go.
The most serious charges.
The prosecution, I think, was asking for 4 years.
Yeah, no, let him out. It's stupid at this point in time. You didn't get him. You failed. And the thing that you did get him on, one person in the last 10 years has been prosecuted on that, and that guy was an actual pimp.
I bet that they give him time served plus probation.
Yeah. What's his net worth, you think? How much do you think this cost him?
It's down to about $300 million, I read a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, he was up close to $1 billion before.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wow, that is a lot if it's down to 300
at his
million.
peak, yeah, you're right. In May, it was just under 400 million and he was at one time $1 billion. Who's lost more? Kanye net worth as of now.
Now, Kanye made a fortune off those swastika shirts, didn't he?
Let's see here. Okay, as of now, so Kanye at one time, are you ready for this? $2.77 billion, now $400 million.
Sounds about right. Poor guy. I don't know. He's going to get by.
He's probably going to blame the Jews on that one.
Without a doubt.
Oh, God. That is, when you think about that, though, if you're Larry Ellison or Elon Musk, you lose $2 billion a day. It doesn't matter because you're going to make $2 billion. You may make $100 billion one day because it's money you've never realized. You don't go there and take out that money.
Yeah, it's not sitting in a bank somewhere.
Yeah, they don't back a dump truck up to your front porch and pour money all over it.
Well, that'd be kind of neat.
That would be cool.
But when you go from 2.77 billion down to 400 million, you feel that.
Man, you got to do some belt tightening.
Especially, you know what though? You say that, but that's a guy right there that does, unlike our man, Nick Cage, who will work always. Oh my goodness, he's in a new movie. I saw a trailer. It's called The Carpenter's Son.
Yeah, that's a Western. Right?
It looks like it's Jesus Times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it is. And if Nick plays, I don't think Nick is playing that, but
dude, that'll be something.
But Nick will always work.
He will.
Who's hiring Kanye for anything? Right? Like, who's hiring Kanye?
Nick Fuentes?
Maybe. That's it. Remember when they were hanging out together? That was so bizarre.
Were they on Alex Jones
together?
They were
on Alex Jones together. That was another thing. Like, America, where are we? How'd we get here? This is why we can't have nice things. Coming up, Ken's got all the latest. The man accused of trying to kill Trump, convicted on all accounts, represented himself. They want to make sure that everybody knew that he represented himself. So, in trial. So we'll find out more about that. A bunch of other stuff to get to. Trump today at the UN. If you missed any of the show, shame when you grab the podcast. Chad Benson Show, hour number 3 straight ahead. Super Talk 997.